Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Bus 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Bus 1975.
YouTube, Long Post 1975, and welcome to another Fat Friday video. Series of videos where I take a look at some of the more interesting things you can find to eat in the high street. Pavlov's dogs right out of the gate. I am dying here. And I had a full English for breakfast. But what do I have to try this week? This is the other half of a product I tried a few weeks ago, which wasn't available at the time. This is terrible, isn't it? But I managed to find today. Obviously, you know exactly what it is because you've read the title and you've looked at the thumbnail. But I have to try new Knickknacks, rib and saucy flavour shredded chicken made with 100% chicken breast fillet. Yes, so obviously, those of you who aren't from the UK, or two of you who watch my channel, even less of you watch my food videos, Knickknacks are a crisp that have been knocking around since the 80s. I definitely remember them having on holiday as a kid in Barranca Bay, which is a caravan site. Definitely remember that would have been maybe the early to mid 80s, and that would have been when they introduced the scampi and lemon flavoured Knickknacks. But they're a crisp that's been knocking around for pretty much pushing 40 years, and a particular favourite of mine. There are three flavours, nice and spicy, which I tried this version of that crisp very recently, and it was absolutely banging. Then they do this, which is rib and saucy, which will be my least favourite of the three flavours. But then if I take that as the least favourite of these crisps and compare it to other crisps, then it's immediately above their flavours, because it's still an absolutely fantastic flavour. I'm just trying to give you some sort of reference to where it stands in the flavour of the Knick-Knack family. And then there's my absolute all-time flavour, which I just mentioned, which is scampi and lemon. Can't really taste the lemon in it, but you can taste scampi. They've clearly missed out on something here. I mean, if these are successful, will make Iceland, because obviously these are exclusive to Iceland, a fair few quid or two, then they should totally do like cod nuggets or something in a scampi lemon Knick-Knack flavoured coating. That's a brilliant idea. You're welcome, Iceland. Get on that. But these were not available when the other ones came out, and I've been looking in a load of Iceland. There are like 6, 7 Iceland around by me, and one of them is a food warehouse, so it's absolutely huge. But clearly they all get their stock of the same products differently. I don't know if that's a local or regional thing or anything like that, but none of them had these. Then I was in the Iceland, which is opposite Morrison's this morning up Hartcliffe Way. Means absolutely nothing to most of you out there, and I saw these and I was like, hell yes, all over it. You know, your first flavour I tried, not your first flavour, oh my god, I haven't done that since I was a kid. Who remembers doing that at school? Oh, I'm going to bring that one back, don't you worry. Your nice and spicy flavour was absolutely fantastic. This is not a combinable. I've eaten quite a lot already today because it's Fat Friday. So I will just be having these for my dinner, but I'll be having hot spicy chicken nuggets with sauce. I'm not a monster, Tim. Points for the quote. For tea. But yeah, I was all over them when I saw these. I kept my receipts. How much were they? Where are you? There you go. Ooh. Wow. These, I better turn on the air fryer, aren't I? Apologies for the boiler clock and the actual sound of the boiler itself. Well, I'll tell you how hot it is outside when we do the weather, but it certainly isn't hot enough to warrant the boiler being on. But as you know, I do not feel the cold, but everyone else in this house would literally feel the cold, even if you stuck them on the surface of the sun. Also, I'm going to preheat my air fryer. Also, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to scratch my nose, because it's itching like a motherfucker. Anyway, £4. How big are they? Obviously, can you argue they're 450 grams? That's quite a lot of money, isn't it? They're obviously a premium brand. Obviously, if you don't want to chuck out £4 on shit, Iceland do a load of stuff, including, you know, flavoured chicken, battered chicken, breaded chicken, chicken up your ass, basically, at very cheap and reasonable prices. But I'm guessing that these are a premium price because they are a premium brand. Whether or not you could argue that Knick Knacks are actually a premium crisp brand, I don't know. Anyway, right, so that's quite a lot of money. 450 grams, £4. I would say that this bag is 2 servings for me and Robert. Robert says hello. Hello. But yeah, that's quite a lot of money. Anyway, ways to cook. For best results, would help, wouldn't it? Plug. I just realised there was a complete lack of noise coming from said air fryer. Anyway. And as soon as I saw the logo for the air fryer, I thought, shit, might help if I preheated that. For best results, cook from frozen. The following instructions are guidelines only. Oven from frozen, fan 180 degrees Celsius, probably care not for the Fahrenheit. Gas mark 16 to 18 minutes. I do like the fucking huge difference in timing, because it benefits me, because I'm hungry, so is Robert. In timing between an oven and an air fryer, and probably the savings in money. Air fryer, and they're all including air fryer now, and they're all actually giving you some bloody timing. Just instead of saying you can cook this in the air fryer, consult your manual, because my manual doesn't cover every single product available in every single supermarket, does it? So anyway, sorry I'm whining, but yeah, good. Look, air fryer specific instructions. Air fryer from frozen, 1400 watts. 4 litre, no idea what that is in the wattage, no idea what that is in the litre. I want to say it's 3. It's quite small, but it's only for me and Robert. So, man, 8 to 10 minutes, based on half a bag, set temperature to 108 degrees Celsius, before we can off the Fahrenheit. Remove required amount from packaging. I'm going to eat at least half a bag. Place in an air fryer basket. Dying here, absolutely dying here. Niagara Falls. And then cook for 8 to 10 minutes, turning or shaking halfway through cooking time. That's a huge difference, isn't it? 8 to 10 minutes. Going to do it for 10 minutes on 180 degrees Celsius. So what I personally find generally if you cook everything at 200 degrees, it comes out, you know, fucking banging. Right, anyway, ingredients. I know this is not hot. I can smell them through the bag. I was just going to say I can't smell them through the bag like I could the nice and spicy, but I can actually smell them through the bag. They just don't. It's just not as strong a smell as the other flavour. Anyway, I know they're not hot and spicy, but I'm going to read the ingredients to you anyway. Chicken breast fillet, 57 degrees. 57 degrees, 57%. I'm starving. I get weak when I'm hungry. Wheat, flour, fully refined soybean oil, tapioca. Tapioca is in absolutely fucking everything. Tapioca starch, wheat again, not sure why you're saying there's wheat again, obviously there's gluten, rice flour, acidity regulator, citric acid, sodium hydrogen carbonate, sodium citrate, tomato powder, salt, sugar, onion powder, yeast extract, Marmite nice, garlic powder, smoked paprika flavouring. It's got paprika in it then, but to be fair, that's all the way down over there. And yeah, that's it. Oh, cayenne pepper powder, yeast extract again, raising agents, disphosphates. So it's quite an interesting list. There is spice in this. There is spice. Ribs. Yeah, well, there are. Well, obviously I've had hot and spicy ribs, but the majority of ribs you have out there are not really associated with hot and spice. But there's more hot stuff in the ingredients in this stuff, as I can recall off the top of my head, than there were actually in the nice and spicy flavour. How are they forming? We don't go above yellow on the traffic lights, and obviously we have one green. So, excuse me. Obviously, it's not a salad, is it? But it's not particularly bad for you. Anyway, well, actually, before we get to Eddie's Bar, since I try and get a different bag of crisps every week to make it so I can eat something and make it to 3:15 in the morning, which is when I take my lunch, because then I only have 2 hours left of my shift. Don't understand how people take their lunch at like 1:30 and 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, you just have this huge thing in front of you before your end of your shift. Also, it's the clocks go forward this weekend. Why don't we just leave them on winter time? I know we've argued this and debated this for years. There's no fucking point to it. There's no fucking point to it. But I hate it when they go forward because I lose an hour of my time off after work when I'm relaxing and shit like that. Anyway, I've still managed to get 2 different bags of crisps. Both of them are from Morrison's, so can't remember. I'm looking over there. I don't have a Morrison's receipt, but I can't think they were more than £1.50. But Morrison's gourmet crisps have form. I'm dying again. I have tried their jalapeno dirty fries, and they were absolutely fantastic and did taste like jalapeno and cheesy chips. However, for this week I've managed to get Chinese takeaway style salt and pepper, so quite looking forward to those. And the other one is Morrison's gourmet cheeseburger flavour, so beef and cheese. No one can do cheeseburger flavour crisp properly. Absolutely no one can, in my experience. If you know different, by all means, please let me know down below. Anyway, I gave Eddie's Bar a bit of a trim, actually, to be fair. But I keep saying I won't be buying new stuff for Eddie's Bar. But sometimes, based on the form of a product you already have, you can't help yourself. So, let's take a look at Eddie's Bar. Welcome to Eddie's Bar. Forgot to mention this last week, didn't I? But I actually bought, I'm a big proponent of salad cream. I think it tastes way better than mayonnaise. How much of an actual difference there is, I don't know, but I prefer it. Anyway, I bought this. It was expensive. It was £1.70. But, alright, light salad cream, 7% less fat. I didn't buy it because it's a diet product. Obviously, Robert takes care of that side of things for me. I bought it because, did anyone else know that Del Monte makes salad cream? I mean, this is the only thing, I had a look afterwards. I saw in the saucer, that he makes. But obviously Del Monte is when you go to the produce section in a supermarket, all your fruit will come pretty much from one of the big manufacturers, or growers I should say, of him. Remember the adverts from the 80s? The man from Del Monte. He says yes, and then all the fucking fruit throws itself off the trees. Well, yeah, and he makes tin fruit, doesn't he, in the bakery aisle. But yeah, anyone else know this? I didn't know this. He makes salad cream. Anyway, what did I get for Eddie's Bar this week? Well, if you remember last week, I told you about this bad boy here that was 70p in B&M. Well, it turns out it was actually £1, not 70p. And it's it says seasoning, but basically the whole range of these things, there's a few more, is it's salt. It's posh flavoured salt for your chips, and this is absolutely banging. So when I saw the fact that they did peri peri, again I always get confused between the difference between peri peri, peri peri, but when I saw this seasoning shaker, yeah, I was all over it. I have not tried it yet, but yeah, it was £1, but it's a pretty decent size container for £1. Anyway, let's have a look at the weather. As you can see, it is my favourite weather. Absolutely love it when it tanks down. It's pretty warm out there though. I would say it's about 13 degrees, so once again, no idea why that is on, but I get overridden on these things. I'm sweating like a prostitute on holy ground in here right now. But yeah, so it's currently stopped raining. I mean, it was sunny when I got up, but yeah, we've had belts of it absolutely tanking down like a motherfucker, and it's going to do it on and off for the rest of the day and into the early hours of the morning, which is great because obviously I go to bed and then I get up in the morning to reflip my hours for my night shift. And what's my favourite podcast? Had to think about it, then I forgot. Friday Night Tights. Anyway, so interesting things I found out this week. So obviously the Climate Brigade people are so busy, you know, just forcing their narrative down our throats, and you must consume our products. And obviously those of us like myself who don't swallow their fucking narrative and, you know, think for ourselves, we are the enemy. But what I do like is every now and then when they fuck up fantastically and they really do get a red face, obviously the mainstream media also agrees with their narrative, so these mistakes never get aired in public. But who remembers Greta Thunberg? You know, how dare you You have stolen my future. I'd be more pissed off, love, that your parents stole your fucking childhood before you start complaining about us. But in 2018, she posted on her Twitter account, and obviously this was just quietly deleted this week, this tweet, not big main news channel or anything like that, lets us know this. She tweeted that if we don't give up fossil fuels overnight, you fucking idiot, mind. Like you could, then by 2023 humanity will be extinct. To be fair, a Harvard-educated scientist provided this story or information to her, which just goes to show that the so-called one of the most famous schools in the world, Harvard's education isn't worth the fucking paper it's printed on. But who predicts shit that short? Who predicts shit that short? 5 years? Really? Now the thing is, any other field, about any other topic, you'd be embarrassed. You'd be called out on this shit. But obviously, again, it doesn't suit everyone's narrative. So we just quietly delete this away. And everything's coming up Millhouse. What pisses me off about this, don't worry, I'll get to cooking in a moment, is, right, they can delete their tweets, pretend it never happened, and it was raining again, the stupidity of their statement would just quietly be forgotten, and then they'll just come up with a new doomsday prediction. No, when you do something or say something that fucking stupid, you don't get to come up with a new doomsday prediction, because you clearly can't be fucking trusted with such shit, can you? But obviously it doesn't get, reported. And also, it's been on and off, it's hail. Must be climate change. See what I did there? Been on and off like this for fucking years. Was it Al Gore in the 90s when he came up with that inconvenient truth, which the High Court wouldn't let them teach in school because the science was wrong, who said that by the year 2000 there'll be no fucking ice, either one of the caps? Wrong answer, mate. But yeah, these people just get to keep spouting their shit. It gets disproven, but then they get to just come up with another one, and it's fucking rubbish. Anyway, sorry, we'll actually get around to cooking these bad boys now, but I just thought you should know that obviously Greta Thunberg got called out by those of us who remember that tweet on her stupidity. I am absolutely starving now. So anyway, we're preheated. That bad boy goes that I am really hungry. Right, let's cut these bad boys open and see what they smell like. As I said, I can smell them through the bag, but not as predominantly as I could the other flavour. I hope to God they do. I said do. The scampi and that's pokey. Scampi and lemon flavour on fish, because that would be amazing. I don't know why I'm saying that. These might be crap. Wow. Dying. Wow. I couldn't find this flavour of Knick Knacks crisps in the stores today, so I could actually try it and then see how much it compared. But off the top of my head, yeah, they were out everywhere. Off the top of my head, my word, does that smell exactly the same as its crisp brethren. I would say it smells more similar than the other flavour did. Anyway, it's shredded chicken. Look at the colour of that. It's shredded chicken, which means it does actually look also pretty much exactly the same as its crisp brethren. So let's bang these bad boys in the fryer. Oh, I'm dying here, and get closer to me eating. Alrighty, let's go. So half a bag. So basically, a serving of this is £2.20. £2. Yeah, sorry, I had to do the maths in my head then. Look at that. I do like the shapes. They really do replicate their crisp alternative, if you will. Apart from that one. I don't know why I don't make bigger holes. I don't want to put so many in here that they aren't, thank you, aren't lying flat, because I want them to crisp up properly on the back. On both sides. But I don't know if this is half a bag. Would you say that's? I'm doing that bit from the start of Raiders. No, that's not half a bag. I'm going to do them for 6 minutes a side as well. Yeah, see, that's how I roll. Because I want to change them. I want to flip them, sorry. But I definitely want them to crisp them up. I would say that is definitely half a bag. So let's bang this bad boy in. But first, I'm going to wash my hands because they smell proper ribby. That sounded very awkward when I said it like that. Coming up to 5 minutes to 2. Don't help myself, do I, when I'm absolutely ravenous? Because this is getting late for my lunchtime. Anyway, gonna go next door and see if I can catch the end of Rick Stein, or possibly put it on Dave +1 and watch the start, which I missed. Righty, so we're coming up to 6 minutes. It feels very alien to be doing stuff this quickly, especially when it's chicken, but these are the rules, so I simply adhere to them. What is the smell like in here? First of all, Bosch, that's 6 minutes. The smell in here is pretty much exactly, and by that I mean identical to, might help if I stopped it there, wouldn't it? To its crisp alternative. Smells fantastic. It smells just like nice and saucy rib crisp. My mouth is dying and my stomach is rumbling. Let's take a look at these bad boys. Right, so we have to shake them. Or so I just, well, probably not best to get my hand in there and give myself 3rd-degree burns. Hang on. That smells phenomenal. That smells absolutely, get some light on there in case you wanted to see them. Absolutely phenomenal. This shaking really doesn't seem to be turning them around or turning them over, you know, but it says shake, it doesn't say turn them over. So let's stick them back in. Where's my phone? There's my phone. Right, stick them back in. Bosch on, and just windy pops. Focus, damn it. There we go. Just 6. Thank you. More minutes. We are pretty much at 2 o'clock, and in case anyone's interested, or is interested, I missed Rick Stein, so I'm going to watch Great British Railway Journeys with Michael Portillo, which is another show that the woke police want to cancel because the book is from what? Is it the 1800s? Anyway, see you in a bit. Right, so we're coming up to 12 minutes. Remember, it was 8 to 10 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius before we came off for the Fahrenheit, but I have gone to 12 minutes simply because I generally find that in this particular air fryer, doing stuff at 180 might help if I turn it off. Might help, doing stuff at 180, cannot talk for shit in this video, generally doesn't seem to crispen it up enough. Anyway, let's take a look and see what these bad boys look like. Now, I forgot to just mention, when I said it really, listen to that, really smells like its crisp equivalent in this room. It smells so even more now. These smell absolutely phenomenal, and exactly, I cannot express exactly like their rib and saucy equivalent. These smell more accurate to that product than, as I said previously in this video, the nice and spicy ones. They seem to have properly crispened up. That's a fair deal, a fair serving, I would say. Robert and me should be quite happy on this. Would I dip these in hot sauce? Probably not. See, flavoured meats, awkward when I say it like that, is something that you really, I'm not, you know, if you do that, then you're taken away from the fact that it's flavoured meat. Anyway, you go back in there. I will resist my OCD to wash you until I have eaten these, but oh, they smell phenomenal. They smell so nice. Anyway, fire extinguisher of choice. I have something completely new. Where is it? There it is. Tango Paradise Punch, sugar-free, because me and Robert don't want to get fat. I think it's just orange and mango, and obviously there's something else. Well, there you go. It doesn't tell you on it, but it does in the ingredients, because it's got a red colour to it. Also, I'm telling you people, not egg mayonnaise, egg and salad cream. This is literally crack. Oh, and there's some peri-peri wings that I'll be having for tea. Anyway, let's take this bad boy and see what these bad boys taste like. I just thought you should know, I couldn't help my OCD, and I have actually just washed that out. Anyway, so open our Tango Paradise Punch. I would say, off the top of my head, and without going back and checking my prior video, These are slightly different, or not so much a different colour. They're darker. They are darker, but I cannot get over how much they smell like the crisp. Which, to be fair, you were bloody cocoa, because that's the whole point. Anyway, product, bag, product. Ooh, floor. Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job. They're doing a pretty good job. Anyway, let's not dance around the fucking houses anymore. Robert's going to start sulking in a minute. 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. Holy cow. Holy cow. Right, first of all, the coating is crispy as you like. And it's a really, really nice texture. And it does remind you of the crisps. Look at that bad boy. The chicken, really, really, really tender, succulent. It's not fatty in any form whatsoever. But the rib flavour. Is it real ribs? Does it taste like real ribs? I should say it tastes like real ribs in the sense of whatever crisp you tries to emulate whatever flavour that it's basically faking. But it tastes exactly the same as the crisps. There's a little tingle on the end of my tongue. It's not hot. I mean, I know I read that there are spices in that and stuff like that in the ingredient list. So maybe it's that, but I've got a tingle on the end of my tongue. I've got no sniffle, I've got no back of the throat going or anything like that. Don't know if it's a heat thing, it's just a combination of seasonings. But and it's not unpleasant. I'm dying here. Yeah, weird. End of my tongue. But palate cleanse. I don't like that. Stealth Winnie. I do not like that. There's obviously something in there more than orange and mango. It's got that kind of, where do you get Vimto or something? Not as much as Dr. Pepper tastes like carbonated cough syrup, but I'm getting a weird, memory from my childhood, excuse me, for some of the cough medicine, that my mum used to give me, because that's definitely got a medicine-y smell. This is definitely the weak link of this episode, but I bought it, I got to finish it. That's odd. If you've tried that, Tango Paradise Punch, I'd love to know what you think, but not a fan. These, on the other hand, are absolutely amazing. These are the tits. Here's the thing. When it comes to the crisp flavour, I prefer nice and spicy to nice and saucy. Obviously, these are nice and saucy. When it comes to chicken, I think these, when it comes to chicken, I think the nice and saucy rib flavour, there's that tingle again, definitely lends itself better to this type of product. Crazy, I know. I could eat the whole bag in one sitting based on this. I really, really, really could. Should you try them? If you're a massive fan of knickknacks, then you should try both flavours. You'll definitely like them. I actually think, which is weird as I just said, I prefer this flavour to nice and spicy in this format, of chicken, whereas the other way around as a crisp. But, yeah, if you're a knickknack fan, you should definitely try these at least once, because let's be honest, excuse me, Winnie Pops, £4 for 450 grams is a lot of money. A very, very, very expensive bag of what it is. I'm going to say this gimmicky chicken, but clearly aimed at kids as well. But yeah, I thoroughly recommend this. I really, 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 really do. I'll definitely be eating this again. I'll definitely be eating the other flavour again, but think these are nicer. Think these are nicer. Controversial, not sure why. If only, please, 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 scampi and lemon. Do scampi and lemon, preferably on bad fish. But if you have to do it on chicken, I'll still take it. So come on, Iceland, get on that. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you have tried these. These are new. I don't think they generally came out at the same time as the other flavours. So, again, depending upon where your Iceland is, you may not have them yet. But if you have had them, I would love to know what you think. And I honestly recommend them. They're banging. Expensive, but they are banging. Why am I still drowning in salivation here? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Love to know what you think. I'll see you later.